Focus again. Stubby little lens.
If I need to step back also, just tell me where I need to stand.
Stay in one spot, you're fine where we're at.
Okay.
There's fine. Go for it.
Okay. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Discussions in Darkness. My name is Will. I am your host. And this is our experiment video for the evening. Tonight, we are going to be working with the Paranormal Music Box. I have been, this specific device, I have had some pretty interesting experiences with, and in fact, a lot of people who use it report very, very interesting results. And of the year that I've been using it so far, I have not found a way to trick it yet. And so I'm skeptical. I'm wondering what's going on with it. So, done a little bit of research, been trying to look into it, trying to figure out what, is my headlight blinding it or no?
Not really.
Okay.
I can't really see your face, but
Is that
yeah.
better? Better?
That's probably better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
I
I in a
can't.
dark hospital.
Yeah, that's true.
None of those options were perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So like I was saying, we're going to be dealing with the paranormal music box tonight, and our only goal, our main goal with this specific item for the evening is. The goal is that this experiment will be considered a success when we are able to correctly and consistently identify the most basic functionality / limitations of the device. So we have a few different experiments that we are going to run with it. Like I said, I've been using Grok, and Grok's been helping come up with some of the experiments, some of the designs of the actual experiments. The presentation is all on me, but the actual experiment itself, the actual way that we're testing it, that's Grok. Now, the reason why we're doing this, the reason I kind of want to get into one of the points behind some of the experiments that we're doing here. So, and we were actually talking about it earlier tonight, I think, me and my guest were, he's just standing off camera. About how, people online, they'll claim something and then all of a sudden it's debunked. Like, oh, it's this, it's debunked. Oh, it's this, that's fake. Oh, it's this, that's fake. And I know from my own personal view with a lot of this, I read a lot online, like a lot of Reddit posts. In fact, I was actually just reading a Reddit post the other day in one of I think it was Sam and Colby's. I don't read or respond very often, but when something comes up that gets my attention, I'm like, all right, what are you talking about? And I just happened to look at this one, and they were talking about how literally everything's been debunked. And I don't know what evidence they're talking about. I don't know about I don't know about this hard, solid data that they're going, no, it's been debunked. Here's the evidence. Here's the proof. I don't know about that proof. Now, I'm not trying to say they are lying or anything like that. I don't know. They're expressing their opinion. I just know from what I've seen, and I haven't seen a lot of evidence. So that's what tonight's experiment is going to really try to do, is help put that idea out there and help put some solid data points out there for you, the paranormal community. If you want to come out on a overnight investigation, you want to come do a private one on your own, you can always come talk to the hospital. They will more than willing to give you one or sell you one or something along those lines. So like I was saying earlier, a lot of the paranormal, I kind of mentioned it. I don't know if I fully mentioned it or not, but for me, a lot of paranormal investigation is definitely more of an exercise in reasoning skills than it is about actually really anything else. Now, as part of that view, one of the points of that view, this is the fun part about notes. One of the parts of that view is that I see debunking as a twofold process. Part of it is a physical science process, and the other part of it is a philosophical evaluation process. Now, unfortunately, right now, well, hold on, one point. The philosophical evaluation process is specifically in reference to logic and reason, but a lot of that's a different conversation. Tonight, we're going to be focusing on the physical science side of debunking. So, like I said, about the experiment, I'll go ahead and set up, actually, if you can, and show some of this down here, so I can show what we've kind of done. So, the paranormal music box it's said to be able to sense entities and spirits and things in front of it upwards of 5 meters. Okay. Now, according to Grok, according to our research, a meter is roughly 3 1/3 feet. It's like 3.312789994 something. It's something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. But for the sake of the experiment, we're using 3 foot 4 inch increments as equaling 1 meter. And the box itself, like I said, is supposed to be good up to 5 meters. So what we've done is using the wall back here as 0. This is 1 meter. This is 2 meters, 3, 4, and 5. Now, what we're going to do, part of the methodology, I've already got into that. I want to make a point about that, about the methodology using Grok. Although I do use Grok for research, I want it to be clear that I'm using Grok in more of an assistant capacity instead of a lead capacity. In the sense that I'm using AI and I'm using Grok to help understand deeper ideas, but I'm taking those ideas and I'm utilizing them and putting them into my own experiment. I'm not letting Grok do my thinking for me. So that's the point that I'm trying to make there. Observations. So what do we need to look for? As the experimenters, we are looking for a better understanding of the device. That's what we're trying to understand. This device has, like I said, this device is giving me some amazing results. Is something going on? Oh, okay. I just thought you were trying to.
Yeah, I was about to refocus.
Okay. So, like I said, it's given me some amazing results, and I'll actually cut to that right now. It was some from it's not a full, it's difficult to kind of cut together, but so I can only give you part of the clip. But this is from when I was at the old hospital in College Hill in Williamson, West Virginia. So I'll cut to that now. Hello? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, I'm getting... Thank you. I apologize if I'm being very quiet. Thank you. Hello. My name's William. I don't know. Thank you. My name, like I said, my name is William. I have the REM pod going off down there, which so are you a doctor here? Yes? Thank you. Are you... Is this Dr. Conley? Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to say you have a very beautiful home. And I meant everything that I said about you being a good man. Everything that I've heard suggests that you were a fine, upstanding individual. Thank you. If I'm supposed to interpret that as a thank you, then I appreciate that. Thank you. So, watching that, it was an experience. I just know it was an experience. So this device has given some amazing results, yet I know nothing about it. I don't understand how it works. In fact, I was talking to Robert a couple weeks ago, the camera guy. I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out if it's a EMF sensor because it claims to be a motion sensor. And I'm like, okay, what? There's so many questions here I was trying to figure out, and I landed on EMF. Well, it does turn out, at least according to Grok, that some devices are made with EMF detectors, although they're claiming motion detectors. So that's what we are going to look into. Now, this specific device, let me go ahead and pull this one up, because this specific device, this one's mine, okay. This specific device, at least according to Grok, is a passive IR. It's what's known as a passive infrared. It's the same sort of sensor that is in your motion detectors at your house. If you have any sort of outside security or motion detector security, it uses a passive IR sensor. And that's the same device, or that's the same basic device that's in this. Now, according to Grok, and according to everything that I've kind of researched, the technology that's being used in these devices, even the EMF devices, the technology is proven. The technology is known to work. The question is, does it connect to a spirit? That's where I feel like that's a valid question. I don't know if it does or not. I also know a lot of people aren't, at least from what I see in the scientific community via the research, it seems like a lot of people aren't necessarily asking the question. So But to be fair, I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why. I've rambled enough though. So let's get into this experiment. We're going to go ahead and start. We've got a list of things that we're going to do. And we're going to hopefully run down as best we can. And then after that, it's most likely going to be a night for us. So, all right, so the first thing was mark out 5 meters and establish test points. Done. Oh, sorry, this is your pen. I don't need to be chewing on it.
You can have to.
All right, so the first experiment that we are going to do, we are going to identify the field of view. Field of view of the device. And how we are going to do that. This is experiment number 6. The experiments I'm using as well, I'll be sure to tweet those out via our X account. Go check it out. It's at Dark Discussions. If you want to see some of this experiment, what Grok came up with, go check it out. As well as the rest of our feed. Subscribe, follow along. It'll be great. Right now, we're on to experiment number 6, identifying the field of view. So here is what experiment number 6 says. Objective: determine the width and angle of the sensor's detection area. Place the sensor on a flat surface and mark positions at different angles from its center. 0 degrees directly in front, 30, 60, or 90 to the sides. And then produce a heat-emitting object across each marked position at a fixed distance. I need my water bottles. This is where those water bottles came in. I can't remember if they're in here. I think they may be back at... I think they are back at... yeah, let me run back real fast and grab that. You can go ahead and pause that.
Mission control.
Yeah. Now it's not at the same place. Let's come around on the other side and see if maybe that's what it is. Let's try this. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting to know that I could run this straight in front of it and it didn't even pick it up. So, it looks like it's...
I think it's raining outside.
I think it is. think that works. You want to come over here and double check my work, Professor?
Yes, Walt. Yeah.
Well, it should be inside this line is when it'll catch you. Yeah.
That's definitely that.
Okay, well, I would say that's a general success. So,
Proof of concept.
yep, proof of concept there. That was interesting. Yep, proof of concept there. That was interesting. Yep, proof of concept there. That was interesting. Yep, proof of concept there. That was interesting.
That's a REM pod.
Do
Why does it have to make that noise?
Yeah, it's nice and creepy.
I mean, it could do any other noise.
Maybe, I was thinking maybe it caught my light. Maybe it... Okay. Okay, no, I think... Okay. So it does seem like the beam is actually fairly narrow.
It's close to the ground, it looks like.
Yeah, it's definitely... It's an angle.
About 30.
I have no idea how I'm trying to figure this out. I am going... I'm very tired.
Yeah.
Here, let's do this.
It's seeping in.
Yeah. Whew.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like it's roughly...
What's this thing say?
Yeah, that's what's messing me up. It's just a regular square. And it's supposed to be... That's what's messing me up, is I don't know how to...
Let's see right here.
Okay,
25. So I
so...
said about 30. Roughly about a 25-degree angle.
Okay, so yeah, roughly, actually, it looks like it's roughly about 20.
Oh yeah, at the tip of the tape.
Yep, on the inside of the tape. Okay, that makes sense. Let's, hold on, because it is supposed to be lined up like that.
Tippy top, tippy top.
22-degree angle.
Yeah.
So that's odd, but okay. So then in theory, 22-degree angle. Should put it about, that piece isn't long enough. That's a 22-degree angle.
Battery's running down over here.
Okay, yeah, well...
You can cut to the chases, get to the fifth one.
Hmm?
Try the 5 meter. See if it works there.
Well,
I don't know what the experiment is though.
well, it's just basic functionality. That's all
Yeah.
we're trying to do. I do need to stop standing in front of
Oh,
it. though.
yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Hey, it won't go off. Hey, it won't go off. You're standing in front of it. You shot the decoy.
Yeah.
That looks good at 2 meters.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's good actually. That's a good point.
This is good.
All right, so
I'll say 22 degrees from back here is way over there. That's 3.
yeah, see, I'm not entirely sold on exactly how. Hold on. If that's someone trying to get our attention, could you please do that one more time? Okay, see, I can't.
That's a tough one. That's 3 meters and you having to make it jump.
Well, because it says if it's supposed to be at a 22-degree angle, I should be standing, it should be able to see me right now.
Yeah. See me.
Hold on.
So beep.
Yeah, so, okay, so I'm just going to step by these.
Makes you wonder if it doesn't go out and just trim off.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if there's some kind of lens or something in it that makes it bow in some weird way, because this is not. Okay, I don't. Okay, yeah, see, from there to there, that's not a 22-degree angle.
No, it's like a,
There's no way that's a 22-degree angle.
not at the wall.
Yeah, see, and you're standing right in front of it and moving, so you're clearly,
It's like the extent of its range.
yeah. So it's barely picking you up at that point. So granted, it did. Howdy.
We did
All
it.
right. It's the end of the night. I'll cover up the camera. It's 2:54 according to my phone or according to my watch. Thank you for coming tonight.
Burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, we're trying to get the last of it out here now. So he's about to go home for the night, and then we're going to call it after that. I've got one more thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to do that solo. But either way, thank you for coming, sir. Thank you so much. And I guess, yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yep. I'll definitely come back.
Awesome. Oh, I was recording the ceiling. Awesome. So
It's up there.
it's somewhere on here. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Peace.